Hello, welcome to the training session on Introduction to the Blockchain. I'm really thankful for TDRA for providing me the opportunity for giving this training session. This is Umar Aziz, and I have been working in information technology from
Hello,
last
welcome to the
17 years.
training session on Introduction to.
So, so I have been working for the mobile application, websites, desktop applications, and data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and blockchain. So let's get started. And we are going to start our session on Introduction to Blockchain. So, in today's menu, we are going to discuss the blockchain in three steps. In the step one, we are going to discuss about the blockchain components. And in step two, we will see the industry implementations for the blockchain. And in the final session, we are going to talk about the first ever implementation of the blockchain, and that is cryptocurrencies. So let's get started. What are the components of blockchain? So, blockchain, as its name says, it is the combination of blocks. So, what is a block in a blockchain? The block in a blockchain is a combination of three major ingredients. First of all, it is having a previous hash, means the hash of the previous block. In the second, it is having some transaction information. And thirdly, it is going to have the timestamp, the date and time at which the block was created on the blockchain. So here is the structure of a block in the blockchain. All the transaction info in the block are stored in the form of a tree. So this tree is having a root node, and all the transactions are added to that tree in a subsequent nodes or the child nodes, and this strategy is called the Merkle root in the blockchain block. The first ever implementation of the blockchain is a Bitcoin. This is a cryptocurrency that was introduced by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2009. Before introducing the Bitcoin, the Satoshi Nakamoto presented a white paper on peer-to-peer transaction cash management system and then implemented it in the form of Bitcoin in 2009. It is a distributed ledger technology, means that the blockchain is having the every copy of every transaction in a block on all the connected nodes, and the transactions are stored on every connected computer to the chain. It is also called a decentralization, which means that there is no central server or a third party who's going to control the transaction, unlike banks and other organizations that control the customers' clients. In case of a blockchain, there is no third party or intermediaries who are controlling the blockchain. So blockchain is a decentralized, decentralization is implemented in it. Another feature and a component for the blockchain is the immutability. Immutability means it happens in the bookkeeping and the record keeping. Even in software applications, the previous records can be updated or modified or changed according to the requirements. But in case of blockchain, it is immutable. It means it is impossible to change, modify the previous records. So the immutability is the feature of a blockchain. So anything that is stored to the blockchain that cannot be modified and cannot be changed. So this is one of the features that make it more acceptable in the industry. It is also a peer-to-peer uh, system. It means every connected computer, mobile application, laptop, server, or any device that is connected to the blockchain is having the same copy of all the transactions that are present in the blockchain. So that is called peer-to-peer feature of a blockchain. And now we are going to talk about the industry implementations of the blockchain. So for your understanding, we have taken the eight examples and the implementations of the blockchain. So it is also the enterprises where the blockchain is being implemented, and one of the biggest example is Walmart, where the application can be implemented because it is following a big chain of items that are being received from different suppliers, and uh, they are being kept in different stores. So there is a big uh, implementation that is possible for the enterprises like Walmart, Amazon, Google, eBay, AliExpress, Alibaba. So like we can implement it there. So here are the eight examples of blockchain, and we are going to go through for all these eight examples one by one. So first of all, we are going to talk about that the blockchain is the internet of money. We have learned about the different technologies like internet of things, smart homes, smart hospitals. We have different gadgets that are connected to the internet. But when we talk about the cryptocurrencies, we say this is the internet of money. It means if we have internet, we want to buy something, we don't need the credit cards, we don't need the paper money. We can just use internet to buy some assets or to sell our digital assets with the help of blockchain and cryptocurrencies. Definitely it is very secure, and it uh, there are no intermediaries where we have to pay something. For example, if we talk about the intermediary services like banks, then we have to pay some amount to the banks for transferring our own money to the other accounts or making payments for the things we have purchased. While in the case of Bitcoin, we don't need to pay any intermediaries. Even we have to decide what the transaction fee we are going to pay online. So that's the very good feature of the blockchain, and that is called the Internet of Money. Now we talk about the next feature, and that is financial assets. So the financial asset is a non-physical asset whose value is derived from contractual claims such as bank deposits, bonds, and participation in the companies. So here are stocks, bonds, derivatives, commodities, and real estate where we can apply the blockchain, and these assets will be converted to the crypto assets. And they are having some signatures, digital signatures with the help of cryptography. So the original name will be converted to the cryptographically hashed code. The third biggest implementation of the blockchain is the supply chain management. We know that supply chain management is the broad range of activities required to plan, control, and execute a product flow from materials to production to consumers. So, there are blockchain solutions for logistic, and that can be managed with all the process of supply chain management. So logistic is generally the detailed organization and implementation of a complex operation. So in this case, when some production company is making some products, definitely they are going to have some raw materials, and they have to buy this raw material from the different parts of the world. So for this goal, they have to make orders cross the border, and then these orders have to reach in time into the godowns to make the smooth production process. So there can be some problems. The quality of product and the delay of the raw material can cause a big problem for the production company and the sales for that company. So this all process can be smoothened with the help of blockchain, because there is immutability and there is transparency and there is decentralized distributed system where no third party can interfere or delay the process. So so we can avoid the fraud. There is no fraud, and certified data that is provided on the blockchain for the supply chain. So we know that the certification is the formal attestation or the confirmation of the certain characteristics of an object, person, or the organization. So we can also trust because of its transparency feature, and so these all ingredients made supply chain more reliable and less expensive by adding a supply chain management blockchain to the supply chain management. For example, only for the logistic and supply chain orders, there are at most 20% of the amount is spent for doing the documentation. But in case of blockchain, because it is immutable and decentralized distributed peer-to-peer network, so the 20% of the cost is decreased in supply chain by bringing in the blockchain. So that is the uh, another implementation of blockchain, and that is a luxury good. For example, we are going to buy the diamonds from the diamond shop, and we are not sure that this is going to have a certified shop, or the diamonds are original, and there is no theft or any fraud in this product. So a very good solution for that is to maintain a blockchain. Whenever the diamond is mined, all the information is stored on the blockchain, and when after cleaning and modification and production, that is sent to the selling shops, and where they have all the stock from the previous mined company, so no one can have the theft of that luxury good, or no one can have deceived information about the originality of that luxury good. So similarly, there is a transparency, security, trust, and there is less counterfeiting and ethical standards, which make it more reliable when the blockchain comes in for managing the luxury goods. Now, the fifth implementation is the intellectual property. So we have many intellectual things that we need to keep with us, and we don't want them to be theft. So we can keep their information on a blockchain. So whenever any person found them, and they can check that this intellectual property belonged to which individual person. So that make things more reliable and more secure by bringing in the blockchain. So I time stamped record on a blockchain can be made, which made that product copyrighted, patent, and also a trademark that is affiliated to its owner. So now the sixth implementation of the blockchain is the digital identity. So we all need to travel, the visit beautiful places in the world, and we have to get the visas for that. And also the full-fledged process of immigration, and we have to see the officers while entering into the country. But if all the national identity cards and the passports and the visas are kept in the blockchain, then there is no need to carry a passport with us, The visa and the passport, everything is on a blockchain. Just even the ticket was also on the blockchain, and we just need to travel from one place to another. And at the immigration office, we can see, you can scan my thumb or see my face detection, and you can verify my identity, passport, and visa. So that is one of the beautiful implementation of the blockchain in the industry. Physical assets and intangible assets are uh, also the implementation for the uh, blockchain. We know that there are non fungible tokens that associate the blockchain with the uh, honor of that fungible token. Even I have written a tweet, I had a video. So all these information can be connected as an NFT with the help of blockchain. So they are non-interchangeable unit of data stored on a blockchain and a form of a digital ledger that can be sold or traded. So there is a big NFT market where every day the new NFT items are coming, and more people are going to buy it and sell it and getting the profits from that business. Now, the seventh implementation for the blockchain is a social media, like we use YouTube and we use Twitter and we use Facebook, Instagram. Here is a digital representation of that social media, and that is called Steemit. So Steemit is a blockchain based online social media network where if we are going to share any information, that information is belong to us, and how many people are going to get benefit from that information, and we are being rewarded in the form of digital assets and the cryptocurrencies and the digital tokens for this effort. So the more useful information we share on that platform, the more earnings we are going to make with the help of blockchain based social media network. It get the rewards in the form of tokens, and it is a decentralized social media network that is based on a blockchain. So also, everyone is going to share the content that will be having the high quality, because the more high quality content is going to have, the more feedback and positive rewards on that, and the sharing person is going to have more token rewards in uh, response to the uh, content he or she has shared to the social media network. So it is self-sustainable economic systems that are more reliable because there is no third party who is going to interfere in this social media network. And also this is called one of the example of cryptoeconomics, and the cryptoeconomics is an emerging field of economics coordination games in cryptography secured peer-to-peer networks. So there are many examples in cryptoeconomics that are making more reliable for the investors and the angel investors to invest in the field of a blockchain. Now we are going to talk about the ICO, that is initial coin offerings. And these ICOs are the initial currency offerings, is a type of funding using cryptocurrencies. So I had an idea and I want to get funding for that. So one of the way is to do IPO, that is initial public offerings. We see in stock markets, trading markets where the shares are being sold and purchased. How the system is working, I will tell you very briefly. For example, I want to launch a theme park where the different families and children can come and enjoy and entertain themselves and had a very delicious food. So for that, I need about 2 million dirhams. And for this 2 million dirhams, I'm going to request people to invest in that because I'm only having the uh, 500,000 dirhams. So I need 1.5 million dirhams more to complete that project. So what do? I will make the shares for that company and I will try to sell them on the stock market. More people are going to buy the shares, and the more money I'm going to receive, then I will make the board of directors from all the investors for that uh, idea and the company. Then we are going to start the construction for that theme park and arranging all the facilities that will entertain the families. So this is the way of IPO. Similarly, if we do the same thing on a blockchain platform, that is called ICO. Here, instead of shares, we are going to sell the coins or the tokens. And these tokens are bought by the peoples. And when they visit the same theme park, they're going to sell or buy these tokens. If they want to have a food, they can use tokens to get the food. If they want to have some movie or they want to do the boating and have some fun, so they can pay the same tokens they have bought and they can have the services. So in this way, the same industry is going to have some profits and benefits that will raise the price of that tokens. So that is one of the eighth implementation for the blockchain. So now we are going to talk about the cryptocurrency. Like the paper money, there is another digital currency that is called a cryptocurrency. So, whatever is being uh, done in the financial sector so far is the implementation of ATM card, and that was done in 1960s. So, after that, there is no invention in financial sector. However, in the other sectors, there is the birth of internet and how the internet has changed the world. We have transformed the media, telecommunication, retail, voice calls, chats, everything went and the world is transformed. The Amazon come and they had a multi-millionaire company, and the Google and the Facebook, they all had get the benefit from the invention of internet. But during this time, there was no major invention in the financial sector. So the Amazon is making money. Google and Facebook, they are the top five in the top five companies who are making business every year. But the financial sector remains same. The credit card, the internet payments are same as they were in 1960s. So the online banking, peer-to-peer lending, and PayPal, they all were using the internet for completing the transactions. So these credit cards and ATM cards, Master and Visa cards, they all are the inventions of 1950s and 1960s. So there no radical disruption in the industry of financial sector. So lagging behind in terms of innovation, there was no innovation or a very rare innovation that haven't changed the financial sector much. So we are at the beginning of something big as the internet, which is a blockchain. So the blockchain is the invention of how is this is the invention in the blockchain that made financial sector really a very acceptable. For example, for paying and getting the benefits that we don't have to rely on third parties. So here is the question on our uh, online portal, and that is about how is the block recognized in the blockchain approach. The block is recognized because it is once it is having all the transactions, and these transactions are kept in a block and no one can change these transactions, and is uh, every new block is connected to the previous block. So when approximately 100 blocks are added to one block, then people say now this transaction is mature, and then the people whose transactions were in that block, they can actually execute it. So that is a little latency in the blockchain technology, but it is having many other benefits that are giving a blockchain really helpful for the industry and the financial sector. Now, blockchain is also known as the internet of money and the internet of value. For example, I have bitcoins. Can I catch it, keep it in my pocket? No. The bitcoin is not like a paper money, it is the money that relies on the internet. If I have to keep this money in some wallet, that wallet will be also on the internet. And this wallet is called a digital crypto wallet. So there are many wallet, and if I want to exchange this internet money into the paper money, so I have to go to the internet and use the crypto exchanges. These exchanges are going to convert our money into the paper money. So uh, also this is called the internet of value. For example, on the internet I have some uh, digital assets and I want to keep them with the some cryptocurrency. So there is a concept of colored coin. When we add our assets to the uh, cryptocurrencies, that is called a colored coin. And this colored coin is sold whenever purchased. It is purchased with the asset. So that asset goes with that colored coin, and that concept was initially presented in a Bitcoin, and then this Bitcoin was managed by Satoshi Nakamoto, and also later on that is converted to the digital assets, and there was an other cryptocurrency, and that is known as uh, Ethereum and Ether coin, that has given the multiple features like colored coin. They have given the separate tokens for connecting the assets with the blockchain, and also the smart contracts. So smart contracts are the features that can be executed on the any device that is connected to the internet. Like we are talking about smart systems every day. Like the internet is having a broad range and the connected devices. If we go in the hospital says this is a smart hospital. How? In the ICU, the patient is having multiple devices attached with that patient to analyze and monitor his physical and health conditions, and accordingly, the treatment is provided to the patient. So, when the information is gathered from these devices and they are shared on the internet, and that is called Internet of Things. Now, if we want to make some decision on these devices, there is a small program code that can be automatically executed on that device, and that is called a smart contract. This smart contract is going to be executed and complete some transaction on the internet. So like in the case of blockchain, this smart contract can be used in supply chain where I went to a store, I have seen a purse and I want to buy that purse. I simply say, who made this purse? So there is a barcode available on that purse. I can scan the barcode and it says that purse is made in the France. Which manufacturing company has made it? So there is written, yeah, there is a hide company, a France hide company who made this purse. Okay, I need the further details from where this France hide company has get the leather for this purse. So then it was having a purchase from, for example, Pakistan, and they have received the leather from the city of Multan, and there was a company named Multan Hide Company who was working as a supplier for the France Hide Company. Okay, from where this Multan Hide Company is going to get the leather? So there was a festival in Pakistan where they have a lot of hides from for the animals, and then these hides are being sold around the different hide companies in the world. So there is a hierarchy of information in this all supply chain, and from where they're going to get this information, that is all possible with the help of blockchain and the smart contracts. So this is how the blockchain has made impact. Whenever I'm going to buy something and I want to have a detailed information about that thing, so definitely I need to have that information, and this information can be stored on a permanent, reliable, transparent, peer to peer ledgering system, and that is a blockchain. So, this is how the financial sector is being modified with the help of blockchain, and we have received the two different terminologies on that. The first one is Internet of Money, and the other one is Internet of Value. Now we talk about blockchain is the brilliant innovation for creating decentralized financial infrastructure, a valued network without the need of trusted third parties. It has an enormous infrastructure to completely rephrase the financial sector. Blockchain has potential application in other areas too. So, let's start our journey together about the blockchain for the business. So we can straight dive and have a more information about the blockchain and how it is known as the Internet of Money. This is the rise of new industry, that is blockchain, and the Bitcoin is the former cryptocurrency that is being launched by using the blockchain technology. So now the peoples are talking about Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrencies. Most people know through the mainstream media, and everybody is talking about the cryptocurrencies. The prices are going up, the prices are going down. You must buy this cryptocurrency, you must avoid this cryptocurrency. So, there are a lot of rumors every day we talk about and see the peoples in our daily life. So the market capital of the cryptocurrencies increased by 50 times in 1 year. So that was from January 2017, it was $16.5 billion. But in January 2018, it is increased to $830 billion in 1 year. So the cryptocurrency transaction is running rate not the part of this amount. So the crypto assets and the blockchain is the fastest growing industry in the market. Of course, blockchain industry grows at the speed of which information travels nowadays. It is unprecedented. Terms about the blockchain are distributed databases, game theory, cryptographic hash code, consensus protocols. So these are the terminologies in the market. Most of the people don't know about these technologies. Similarly, when the internet was born and people were talking about the speed, the bandwidth, the upload speed, and the download speed, so the people were unaware of these technologies. But now the extensive use of these technologies made familiar with the terminologies. Now, these terminologies will become familiar more and more. The people are getting comfortable with the blockchain and the cryptocurrencies. So, now everybody is talking about cryptocurrencies from Wall Street type to the average person. They talk about the glories and the evils of these cryptocurrencies. Yes, the Bitcoin increased by 10 times in 1 year. And they also say, oh, this year I have purchased the Bitcoins at the price of $50,000 per coin, but now the market is down and I'm getting the price of $43,000 for each coin of the Bitcoin. So these are the rumors on the social media, mainstream medias. The TV channels are talking about it, and the bloggers are writing on it, and the vloggers are making videos about that. And there are a lot of families that are known as crypto families. They spend their whole life in traveling the world, and they are just sold all the properties and bought the bitcoins, and then they started traveling and the price of the bitcoin goes up and up and up. They traveled many countries and they're becoming rich and rich, even they're going to spend their money. So this is one of the famous stories on the internet and in the blogs and in the vlogs. So when we talk about the blockchain, we say that is very secure because there is no central server, no third party is going to manage it. There is a transparency, means no one can hide the information. If someone has done some mistake, that is on the blockchain and that cannot be modified. And they have given apologies for their mistake, and these mistakes are also on the blockchain. So there is a transparency. All the pros and cons are there on the blockchain, and it is decentralized. Means no third party is going to manage this blockchain, and this is called a decentralization. Then we say there is immutability, means when the information is stored in the blockchain that cannot be modified. So I had a property and I want to sell it, and I have the information that I own this property in the blockchain. Then no one can do the illegal convict on that property. So the good news is that in the United Kingdom, all the properties that are being sold in UK, London, and other uh, part of the UK and England that are being transferred to the blockchain, and all the land information is stored there. And the final feature is the programmability, means we can add the new information, new ways of business, new computer programs, new smart contracts, machine learning, artificial intelligence, smart devices, smart information to the blockchain, and that is all allowed with the programming languages that are the part of blockchain network. So blockchain will transform the global economy. It has done it. So the peoples are investing in uh, less in stock market, in forex trading. They are investing more on cryptocurrencies. The more people are sitting on the coin market cap, they are seeing which coin is going up, how is its assets are increasing, and they're getting benefit from it. So, blockchain has potential to solve many problems at global scale. This is an enormous number of industries that become stagnant, centralized, and inefficient thereby. So the unstable in their current state to grow economically, create value, or solve existing problems. For example, in the industry, the biggest problem for the customer or the buyer is the reliability of the product, the reviews. So most of the websites are having fake reviews because they're having the information systems that is mutable. But if they use blockchain as a base technology or the backend technology, then all the reviews cannot be modified and authenticated users are there to give the reviews. So the fake reviews are not possible. That is transparent. That is more reliable. So that's the way the blockchain has potential to change the economic world. A technological revolution. Blockchain is the revolution and is ready to lead the charge. The financial sector is the first being disrupted by the blockchain. About 2 billion people are unbanked since the birth of first cryptocurrency, that is Bitcoin. According to the World Bank, the most recent studies found that more than 2 billion people were unbanked. This is the one of the fourth of the global peoples. So, where they invested their money? That is the question. And the answer is simply they have their invested investments to the cryptocurrencies and the crypto market and the crypto assets, and they are investing in DeFi's, decentralized financials. They are investing in NFTs, non fungible tokens. They are buying the tokens, they are trading on the smart contracts, and there is a lot of business and revolution with the help of blockchain. So there are many money transfer services that we are using. For example, we all know about the Western Union that is used to send the money from one part of the world to the other part of the world, but they were charging 10% of the amount sent. If I have sent 2000 dirhams to some other country, then I have to pay 10% of that, that is 200 dirhams as a fee. And MoneyGram is charging approximately 7.5% of the amount. So, similarly, for 1000 dirhams, we have to pay 7.5%, means 75 dirhams, and that is also a big amount. So blockchain can bring efficient solution for money transfer, not only but for the global trade finance clearing. So blockchain can improve the insurance services, yes. It can improve the money laundering services, yes. It can improve the know your customer services, yes. It can improve the accounting and audit. So more financial services, blockchain can improve the healthcare services, blockchain can improve the media services, and blockchain can improve the consumer goods services, and blockchain can improve the logistic, it can improve the supply chain management. For example, if we are going to travel from one place to the other place, there were many rumors about the Uber that the people who are frequently traveling from one place to the other place and their information were leaked and provided to the malicious peoples, and they have been hijacked by the information provided by the Uber. But in case of blockchain, it is not possible for the third parties to share the information with the other peoples if the information goes to the blockchain. So it can have a very good uh, feature of being secure, transparent, and also there is a digital signatures and digital names. My name is Omar Aziz, and I want to send money to one of my friend that is Robert in USA. Then when we send the money through the cryptocurrency, then Robert is having its own identity, and that is a cryptographic identity. And Umar Aziz, me, is also having another identity, and that is also cryptographic identity. So both of us can send money to each other, and we don't need to involve any bank, Western Union, MoneyGram, or the third parties for the exchange of money or assets between us. And the very good news is that no one can knows about this transaction except both of us. So this is a very good feature in the blockchain, and it is modifying uh, the world economic and trading with the help of implementing blockchain in all these sections. So they have improved the supply chain, they have improved the logistics, they have improved the consumer goods, media, like we have discussed the steemit. There is also a d.u, like we have YouTube, we have d.u, that is also a social media services where the videos can be uploaded and can be seen by the peoples if the video is having a quality content, and the more and more people are getting benefit from that, then this media is paid back in the form of tokens, and these tokens can be converted into the digital currencies, cryptocurrencies, and also the paper assets. So this is how the blockchain is modifying the world and giving more and more financial services. Blockchain can also improve the power and utility services. So we all know that most of the peoples in Australia are having solar system panels that are generating the electricity, and many of the individuals and the organization are producing the electricity that is more than their requirement. Because that is more than their requirement, so they have a surplus amount of energy. So the government of Australia Electric Power Organization has given them the facility to sell this surplus energy to the government, and government can send this to the other needy peoples. In this way, they can have amount adjusted to their electricity bills, and even they can be paid back the amount for the electricity they have provided and done through the solar panels. So in this, there must be no interference with the meter readings, and also no manual systems, and the mutability must not be present. So the blockchain is the solution that is implemented in Australia for solving this problem and making comfortable to the government as well as the electricity providers. Also, blockchain can improve the internet services, it can improve the government agency services, it can improve the telecommunication. So, sneak peek of the enormous body of knowledge. So, blockchain technology manifests. Let's step back to have the basic. What is money? Money, uh, money is something that can be used to buy something. And what is the history of money? There was a barter system. We exchange goods with the goods. Then they have started some metals like gold and silver coins that are being used, and then anyone is having the gold, they can print the paper money, and later on that is evolved and the different currencies, and they have values according to the economy of that country, and that is evolving. So there was a barter system, medium exchange, and unit of account for doing all these uh, business. So that is all here, and uh, so it is also having the value. And also another feature of the internet of money is scarcity. As the name said, is it a limited supply? Because the money is not on the trees. So we have to make it. So this feature make it limited. So we have to keep in mind while talking about the money. So these all features are also present in the cryptocurrencies, and other fungibility means we can exchange money to get the other assets. That is one of the feature of the money, and that is also present in all the cryptocurrencies based on the blockchain. And also easy to move. We can keep the money. We don't need any heavy loaded machines to keep the paper money. Similarly, we can keep the cryptocurrencies into the crypto wallets. So that's all from my side. Thank you for listening the session, and that is your time to answer the quiz questions. I'm really thankful for the TDRA for providing the opportunity for this training session, and I hope all of you have enjoyed this training session.